Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
It is a warm and pretty picturesque late summer afternoon at Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won comeback player of the year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. And just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just called him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taylor now returning it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Gun. Shot. Hey, can.
Mixon with a first down carry. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, great grab by Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 43 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First down. Here's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out, and the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be second down. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. This one hauled in by Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, it's complete to Robinson. Touchdown, LA! Allen Robinson, 47 yards. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 82 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.